friends, welcome back to my channel. Today is episode 6 of my 12 days of Christmas. Today I'm going to be making a wall hanging that is kind of farmhouse inspired. I've seen it done with canvas before, but today I'm going to make it with a little more weather resistant supplies where you maybe could hang it somewhere that you normally couldn't. What you're going to need is one of these buffalo plaid Dollar Tree tote bags. Love that print, still very popular. You're going to need 4 5-gallon bucket paint stirrers. These are super cheap. I think you can get 3 or 5 for like $1.80 something at Walmart. I just happened to find a place that had them for 10 cents each. And I'm going to need mine to be about 15 inches long, so I'm basically going to have my husband cut the handles off. But you could use yardsticks or any kind of strip of wood that you have. I like the look of the wide jute twine as my hanger. And then I'm going to put a wreath in the center of this wall hanging, and I'm just using this rim of paper plate as my circle guide. There's many ways you could create the wreath. You could certainly go buy an 8 or 9 inch wreath to put in the center, but I'm just going to use what I have. I'd picked up a couple of these felt leaf garland from the Target dollar spot a long time ago, and all it basically is just this leaf shape cut out of felt. You could do this yourself pretty easy. Or you could use any kind of holly leaves, faux holly leaves, whatever you have to create your circle of leaves. So the first thing I need to do is get my husband to cut these to 15 inches, and then I'll be ready to cut my bag apart. Got my 4 pieces of wood cut, and for 2 of them, I'm going to hold them together and drill a hole about 3 inches in on both sides so that I can create a hanger. And instead of painting them, I'm going to use a little stain I just found in the garage. Mirror Wax Espresso is the color I'm using. I'm just going to take a paper towel and rub it on all the pieces. I've got my wood stain now, and that didn't take but just a couple minutes. Now it's time to cut up my bag. The good thing is I can actually get 2 of these projects out of one bag because I'm only using one side of it. Now you'll notice that your bag has a nice finished sewn edge, and so on the sides I'm not going to disturb that. I'm just going to cut down the center of each side. You'll see the perfect fold there. Now on the bottom of the bag, it really doesn't matter where you cut it in here, just as long as you try to save as much of the side of the bag as you can. I'm probably just going to cut along that fold. Now up here at the top, you'll see some stitching up here. I'm going to cut the handles off. My wood strip's going to cover up that stitching. My bag cut out. I'm just going to flip it over here so you can see how close I trimmed mine without disturbing that sewn edge. Now I'm ready to install my wood pieces. Now I just laid one of my top pieces on the top of the bag and then took a black marker and put a dot where the holes were so that I can take a hole punch and punch a couple holes there so that I can string my hanger through all 3 of these pieces. I took some hot glue and lined up my holes and laid my first piece of wood down. This is the top half. Now I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to line up my holes again and hot glue the top of my back piece. Let me give you a couple tips when you're stringing your hanger. When you get ready to punch holes in your bag, make sure you punch 2 or 3 holes bigger than just a hole punch so that you know the bag is not obstructing at all. And also, I just put some Scotch tape around the tips of my jute twine like a shoestring, and that kind of held my ends together and they didn't fray. And a twisting motion, I got it through all pieces pretty quick. It's not anything hard, but those 2 tips really helped me get those through. So now I'm just going to pull my hanger about like I want it, and then I'm going to tie some knots and then cut off the excess. All right, to finish off the bottom, I'm just going to glue my bag between the 2 strips of wood. Glued and everything's tied and ready to go, and I just love how this little basic door hanger came out. And here I am again looking, and there is just 1,000,001 ways I could finish this out, especially if you have an electric die cutter and can cut some vinyl out. And if you don't have one, chances are you know someone, and for $5 somebody might cut you out Merry Christmas from the Smiths and have you a personalized door hanging. That's an idea. I would love to see a red stag, you know, with the antlers and maybe some floral down here. That would be so pretty. I'll probably just go ahead and stick with my original plan with just the putting a wreath on here and playing around with them. These leaves are just kind of flat, and so I thought about maybe pinching them and gluing them, and it gives them a little bit more of a 3D effect. So I'm just going to play around with these leaves in a circle and then see what else I can come up with and show you my finished project. Hey friends, got it all hung up here. It kind of got dark on me, so I couldn't hang it outside. I could not get the red stag out of my mind, so I just combined my two ideas. Hopefully, if you don't have a vinyl cutting machine, chances are you do know someone who could cut one of these simple shapes out for you. And you just stick it on there. These are the simple felt leaves I used, and I just pinched them and glued them. That makes a world of difference in the look of them. Or just use any kind of floral greenery you have into a little bit of an arch shape, and just a 6-inch Walmart burlap ribbon. And there you go. This is just adorable for a few dollars and an hour of my time. I'll see you soon in episode 7. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.